Right, we're live, Sunday.
Right, absolutely. Wow, it was nice to talk to you in the afternoon of Sunday as we are concluding the Africa month. And I mean, tomorrow is an African month, and I like the idea of having a conversation with people like yourself who have accomplished and have got a very good uh, story to tell. I mean, Tutu and Sipho, we met them so many times in so many places. Today, I want us to have a conversation about it. I want us to talk about Tutu and Sipho, and I want us to be able just to introduce them to this uh, online platform, as we're going to be talking to people going forward every Sunday at 4 o'clock, just telling this good story of this African lady and the family that came up with this Tutu and Sipho. How are you doing? If you can just introduce yourself.
I'm doing absolutely fine, Sandile. Thank you for having us. My name is Tapsile Mthethwa. I'm the co-founder of Dudu Sipho, and with me is Ubrook Mthethwa, who is the founder of Dudu Sipho. Thank you for having us, and we appreciate the opportunity.
Thank you very much for that. Who's Dudu and Sipho, by the way? There are some people who have never met them, and I can see them on the screen there behind you somewhere. Just give us a story. Where did it start? How did all this good work start?
Dudu Sipho is a brand with two animated superheroes, and the brand is started because we saw a gap in the market of having superheroes that resembles our kids or resembles us as African. So Dudu Sipho is a brand with those two superheroes, being a girl called Dudu and a boy called Sipho.
Okay, good. Why did you choose those names, by the way? How come to how Sipho? What does it mean? Is there any significant meaning? Is there any background to it?
Not really. We just wanted names that are short and also familiar in within the African groups, because you do find Dudu in Zimbabwe and you find Sipho in most of the African languages as well as a name. So it's a name. It's names that are short and also familiar. It's not like the other long and complicated names. I don't want to mention them, but we were trying to find names that the kids are not going to struggle to call, and also names that are common in the African continent.
That's good, and I'm sure then this has found a very good expression in most of the African places where you guys have been. Tell me more story. Where have you been in this Dudu and Sipho, and which places have you been visiting?
We've visited mostly South Africa. We haven't been outside South Africa yet, but we are soon going to be going. But our product has visited Botswana because it's available in one of the stores called the Hub stores in Botswana. So I can say we have been there because our product is there as we speak. But we've been to a lot of exhibitions and market days, and also Dudu and Sipho has been invited to speak in most of functions or events with children. We've been in Joburg, we've been in most parts of KZN, and we've also been in in most parts of KZN, like your Newcastle, your Richards Bay, your Mandini, and then in Durban we've been there mostly. And most of the times it was mostly to talk about the brand and also to expose our products, like to sell our products. But yes, we've visited the world through online social platforms.
That's good, and I know that from today you guys are even reaching out millions of people, because this new platform that you're starting here with Dudu and Sipho Online is going to start talking to some of the other kids who might have not known about these good superheroes from South Africa who are called Dudu and Sipho. So I heard you talking about Hub, a shop called Hub, and I've heard that you talking about places you have visited because of the product. I want just to understand
Mhm.
what then becomes a product of Dudu Sipho. So when a person says, I'm interacting with Dudu and I'm interacting with Sipho, is it a book? Is it a bag? Is it a, what exactly then becomes my part of interaction with Dudu Sipho?
Okay, maybe before we get to that point, I just want to also say that Dudu and Sipho is a brand that is designed to tell African stories through animation. So basically, Opopai.
Okay.
Yes, but understanding the understanding the dynamics around creating the animation, we then started by doing products, which will be to showcase the brand. And when you talk about Dudu and Sipho, at least you've got a physical product that a person can relate to. So, and that doesn't mean that we have diverted from the actual vision of the brand, which is to create the animation series and later on a movie about Dudu and Sipho telling African stories, stories that have never been told about us, good stories that have never been told about us. But it is a brand that is designed to create the animation. But having said that, we did start with introducing the brand as part of the business development and brand awareness by doing backpacks, which was the reason for people to see that Dudu and Sipho is alive and does exist. And then we also did a storybook. As you can see, I've got it, a copy with me, which is isiZulu, the first of many adventures. And the copy that I've just shown is a isiZulu version. And we've also done a cushion as part of our toy range, as you can see. So the products that we started with was mainly to show the people that we are not just saying there is something called Dudu and Sipho, but Dudu and Sipho does have tangible products that you can relate to. And we are very proud to say we have reached a mileage in terms of the products, because as I was mentioning, a store in Botswana, which sells our product, our backpacks, it is a store that we've partnered with for the past 2 years now. And our products are available at the Hub store, which is one of the retail stores in South Africa. And our storybook as well is available at Exclusive Books and Bargain Books and Adams bookstores here in Durban, as well as in Joburg. Okay, there's another
yes, in
bookstore.
Joburg. I can imagine with such a good book written in Zulu and in English, you should be in so many good shops around the country currently. And one thing, Joe, which Chapsile, I wanted to talk about is, I know later on when we talk more on this channel, we'll start showcasing the product one by one, talking about what is the feature of the product, what does it say. But for today, I wanted just to touch a very high level around those particular parts. And then just to say to other people who are watching, when you're showing the product, they might have not seen it clearly, but I know that what's going to happen later on, we're going to put it through in our, we'll put it through in our page to make sure that people can interact with it and they can know exactly where they can find it so they can buy it. Give me, what is the journey plan for Dudu and Sipho? I heard you talking the fact that you guys are looking at a movie one day, which is a good thing that you want to see one day. And I've heard you talking about the fact that you guys, I mean, it's because I normally go to address people in some of the places. And I've seen it, by the way, sometimes in the malls. And I've seen it actually even going to kids' parties and being able to be with kids. I want us just to narrate for us some of the journeys that you've traveled with Dudu and Sipho and how they were looking like.
Okay. Besides showcasing the products during like the market days and also the business fair in Durban, which is one of the big events for the small businesses. We've also been to entertain the kids in terms of providing kiddies entertainment, not just for parties as well, but also in shopping malls, whereby we provide a full a full function of kiddies entertainment. One example that that comes to my mind is the Mega City, where we were doing the Easter show. So we were there with the kids for the entire weekend or during Easter, doing things like Easter egg hunt and all those other games. And as you can see in my background, we do have mascots. So the mascot performs all the different games and whatever the event is about. And we've also been with the business fair with eThekwini municipality. We were hosting the kiddies area. Firstly, we did it together with Ushaka Marine, and then in another year we did it all by ourselves. But we've also been to children's birthday parties where we provide entertainment in terms of the mascots. And yeah, so that's how Dudu and Sipho, that's the mileage that we've covered in terms of like showing ourselves and making sure that our presence is felt, especially in areas where the kids are.
Okay, that's good. So, and I can imagine though, Dudu and Sipho now has become a very big family of yours. And every time when you guys interact in the house, Dudu and Sipho becomes one of the kids that you're talking about. Just tell us a little bit about the family. I know that you guys have a family and you have other creative people around you who are a very good addition to this Dudu and Sipho. Just give us a little bit of the background around the family and how you guys are interacting with Dudu and Sipho as a family.
Okay, maybe
now the family comes in.
Yes. Now maybe let him start, and then I will add like whatever he's left out.
Thank you.
Well, to be honest with you, for the fact that there is this brand, it was started by the family itself, because for the brand to be born, it was the issue of finding a doll for my daughter. So that's where the idea pops out, and that's where the whole concept, if you may allow me, germinated from. So I mean, having a family, these little ones, they grow up already this brand being groomed and being brewed within the house. So sometimes, not sometimes, most of my ideas that we have, some of them are coming from our own little ones. So it's more of a fun. Sometimes it's more of a frustration a little bit, especially if we have got an engagement or a mission that we need to do. But we have learned that kids, they are business people. You can run a $1 million business with kids, because kids are not limited in their thinking. They are the real dreamers. So the business just fitted like a glove within the family space, because whenever even they watch anything on TV or any animation that they love on TV, they will pick up some things and say, maybe this can be incorporated to Dudu and Sipho. What do you think, Dad? Or what do you think, Mom? So we are now like a brand. We've got co-workers with us who are not being paid, but who are contributing to the brand. So in a nutshell, if you got a concept that is like being bought by everybody in the family, it makes life a little bit easier, and also it relieves you as a trailblazer of the brand. So it gives you some extra power and some extra energy to run whenever even the chips are down. But sometimes the ideas pop up somewhere within the family. So in that case, I would say it's a family for Dudu and Sipho, and Dudu and Sipho is for this family in this case at this stage.
Yeah, that's a very good story, well told by Babu Mteto. And I like the idea of how you guys are really incorporating a family into the whole part. And I like the comment about how kids are now able to innovate, and by looking at other ideas and seeing exactly the story of Dudu and Sipho fitting in the current situation where they are. And I like the idea again of the fact that it's not something that is a side thing that you guys are doing, but it's something that is really incorporated. And I mean, I've seen some of the good news coverage where you guys come with your family every time when some of these photos are being taken, meaning that you are not just a
Yeah.
business isolated the family, but you are within the family. So I want us just maybe, I don't know if you have a Tapsile, you wanted to add anything before I move on to the next segment.
No, I think Brooke has covered almost everything.
Everything.
Yes,
Excellent.
yes. We just appreciate the fact that our kids love the idea as much as now they are a bit frustrated because it has taken long for the animation to be on TV, and they keep saying by the time it's on TV they won't be interested in watching the cartoons because they are getting old. But we just appreciate the fact that we are working with them in almost every project that comes into mind. We always bring them and we use them as our research sometimes.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I want us maybe to look at now this particular segment that you are starting online, saying that every 4 o'clock for 20 minutes, we will be talking about Dudu and Sipho on Sunday.
Yes.
What are the kind of other things that you see us covering? What are the other things in your mind, and what you're going to be doing with us, and what should people be looking forward to? Remembering that every time on Sunday when I finish my lunch and I'm sitting back at 4 o'clock, I will be with Dudu and Sipho and be able to watch them and watch the story as it's on and enrolled and coming out through yourself. So what are the things that you have in the pack for us?
Definitely storytelling is going to be part of us because Dudu and Sipho is about telling stories. So during this 20 minutes, there will be storytelling, but we also want to engage with kids. We always feel that kids are left out in almost everything that we do. So this platform, we're going to use it to speak to kids and to engage the kids and to find out what is it that they are thinking of, not just about the lockdown, about the COVID-19, but about general issues besides what Dudu and Sipho is about. We just want to engage with kids more than anything, because we have seen that, as Brooke was mentioning, that kids are very dynamic and kids are also very intelligent as long as you give them as long as you allow them to be themselves and also give them time to tell you what they think. You'll be amazed. So we want to use this platform to engage with kids in a way that will be very educational but in a fun way. But we also want to use this platform to tell the kids what is it that they can look forward to in terms of Dudu and Sipho. So if there's something coming up, we'll use this platform to talk about it. But maybe let me just say what is coming up next week. As we'll be wrapping up the Africa month, we're just going to be talking to kids about what is it that they think about Africa, and what is it that they understand Africa should do in terms of like the children's content, and what is currently happening in terms of the COVID-19. What is it that they understand about their continent, and what is it that they can advise in terms of the current situation. So we want to just call the kids and make them to be part of this platform, because we leave them out in every decision we make and in every conversation. So this is a platform for them to talk and for them to tell us what they think.
Wow, I'm actually now, as I'm not a child that much, but it actually makes me feel like I have to look forward to Sunday afternoon, spending time with Dudu and Sipho through Tapsile and the Mtesha family. And it makes me really feel like the Sundays in the afternoon will never be the same again. It won't be just about Facebook, but it will be Facebook with content, and it will be Facebook. It can be friendly to my little baby to come and listen to such stories. And I think one thing I'm looking forward to reading one of the chapters, by the way, in some of the book with Dudu and Sipho, just to maybe to get introduction to it, so that when I go out there and look for it for more other people, I might be giving as a present. At least now I can interact with it more because I know some of the people behind it and I understand the family. So I think we're looking forward to that particular part, and we really appreciate your time, by the way. I want to just guide us. If ever I want to have this conversation more, do you guys have a page? Do you guys have any presence on social media? Where do I hear more about all these good stories?
Definitely, people can like our Facebook page called Dudu and Sipho, Dudu, A-N-D Sipho, and also Dudu, and which is the sign Sipho. They can like our Facebook page and follow us in understanding what is happening. And then they can also go to Instagram, which is Dudu and Sipho, Dudu, and the sign end, Sipho, and that will be the platform which will give you more information about what is happening and what is coming up. But people must, the kids must definitely make sure that they tune in to listen to story reading, which is something that we want to bring back to our kids. And yeah, there'll be a different story every Sunday that we'll be reading, just like 5 minutes of story reading, maybe even less. We won't be finishing a book, but we'll just be taking it. It won't just be a Dudu and Sipho book only. We will be reading other books as well, especially by African authors.
That's very nice. And I think that will make ourselves to start being relevant and being able to really do something very nice in Facebook for the first time for our kids, with our kids. I will then encourage every family that's out there. Here's the opportunity for you for the first time, sit around on Facebook with your kids. Just listen to stories. Ngikhumbula ugogo wami omdala wayejwayele ukusitshela iy'nganekwane njalo ntambama ngesonto mase siklina iy'cathulo zethu silindele ukuya esikoleni. Belokhu ekhuluma emva kwethu, ekhuluma ngogwaji, ekhuluma ngabo bonke abantu abahle. I can see it coming for the first time again on Facebook, and I'm really looking forward to it. And I'm just inviting all the parents, just use your page as a parent with your child. I'm not encouraging that kids must go on Facebook, but I'm just saying, maybe use your Facebook page, maybe tell the story to some of the Dudu and Sipho page. You say, by the way, these are the stories I want to hear about. These are the particular parts. And I know for a fact that if you go to some of the shops, you should be able to get Google Dudu and Sipho's book and get some of the products. Or otherwise, I know if you go to their site, you can actually order some of the things. And I know for a fact that though in lockdown, we should be able to get the product to you. So with level 3 coming while you're in level 4, you should be able to order something and you should be able to get something. So guys, as we're looking throughout the present and looking at how we're gonna give gifts to people, maybe Dudu and Sipho is not a bad idea to be given. Is there any last words you want to say?
Well, the last words we can say is that let the kids be safe, because around this time globally is to stay away, social distancing, wash your hands, and use your mask if you happen to be in the public spaces. We know kids, they love to play, but if they play, they must play within the premises of their own house, not out beyond that, because we want to see them growing and becoming more important people in our land or globally.
Yes. And what I'd like to say is tomorrow is Africa Day, and Dudu and Sipho started as a brand because there was a lack of animation of color. So embrace your ethnicity and be proud that you are an African. And soon, very, very soon, there will be stories told by African superheroes, Dudu and Sipho being one of them. So be proud that you are an African and just embrace that.
Good. Thank you very much, Tapsila. Thank you very much for being with us. It's a very lovely family, and I really enjoyed to have you guys in the channel. And hopefully we're gonna still gain more momentum with other new things and the good things that you guys can tell us and be able to just enrich us as Africans and telling the story of the superheroes of Africa, which is Dudu and Sipho. I really appreciate. Thank you very much. We're looking forward to next week as we finish our lunch after Sunday. Very good service online. We should be able to meet you, Dudu and Sipho, again and hear the story. We really appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
See you next week, same time, 4 o'clock.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.